So Bitcoin just seen a nice little push now towards $70,000, as we just seen now Trump leading. So it is very obvious right now that everybody's waiting for the decision, and this is playing a big role right now into the forecast of what could happen with our lovely crypto bull market and our lovely meme coins. So in today's video, we're going to be going into that and what usually happens historically with elections and the crypto markets and bull markets and making those gains. As well, we'll be looking at our meme coins. So with no further ado, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So here, guys, Bitcoin seen a pretty decent push right now, and it all comes down to we have now some news coming out of Florida where Republicans are leading. Republicans means Trump, for those that do not know, by 48%. And this here just got the market to rally a little bit. This shows that the market is trying to price itself, trying to find a price, trying to front run the election results. We do have a lot of polls and votes online, and from the look of it, it looks like Trump has been leading this far and is still leading today. So it's very likely that Trump is gonna win. Now, regardless, right? Regardless of who wins, this is what I want to touch on this video. Regardless who wins, guys, it does not matter. This is today's topic, right? So the whole market is now emotionally attached to this outcome today. But tomorrow, the next week, next month, everybody's gonna forget about this. The same thing that everybody forgot about the Bitcoin ETFs and forgot about the German government dumping and spaghetti handing Bitcoin. The same thing will happen again with elections. So that is why it's very important to zoom out and have a long-term perspective, or at least look at the data, to not get caught on these day-to-day news and market shakeouts. And because basically that's what the markets want you to do. The markets want you to focus on what's happening today, so that you make your decisions today irrationally, and whatever the market is telling you, let's say the market is gonna dump, then you start selling because you're panic selling, and then next day it pumps, or the market is telling you it's gonna pump and then you buy and then it dumps. Those are the ways, those are how markets shake people. So that's why it's very important to zoom out and understand it and have the data in front of you. So that's what I'm going to try to do in today's video, guys. Now, it's very simple, and we're going to look into Bitcoin chart, and this is our place to come when things are uncertain, when we don't understand what's going on. And now I'm just going to add US election dates and what usually happens and what should we expect. Now, here in 2013 bull market, this is one of the first bull markets for Bitcoin, and you can see here, this is the election year. So the election year is the year where it starts, which is 2024 now. Election year, we see some sideways, a bit of a pump, some sideways, then a pump, and then most importantly, the election day, which is today, right? So these are weekly candles. So this is it shows election day, but this is the week of the election. And then after that, we started trending higher, and then we got a bull market, which is the 2013 one. Now here it goes, we have a bull market, then a bear market, where elections really don't matter besides the first pump we get, which means just the economy is doing much better. That's all, right? And now again here, so this is the 2017 bull market here, and it started as well the year of the election, right? This is the year of the election, now highlighted in green, the whole block here. And as well, this is like 2024 now, but this is 2016. And in 2016, we got the same thing, sideways, a little bit of a pump, then sideways, a bit of a scare here, sideways, then a bit of a pump. And then actually the pump starts right after the election dates, few months, let's say a month or 2 or 3 months after the election day. But overall, we have some sort of an uptrend, right? That's what we see here, an uptrend. Now, if we come back to 2013, we also had an uptrend going into the end, or going into the election day, and after the election day, we keep going up. Now, again here today, election year, this is 2020, right? Election year. Now, we were supposed to keep either going sideways and slightly up, but we have the Black Swan event, which was, you know what, the bugs. And since that, we recovered from that, and then it was just an uptrend. Election day, which is now, right? Again, election day, November 2020, bull market, right? Then we had a very decent bull market, 2021, made some money, people had fun. If you played your card right, you made a lot of money. Then the bear market, and now again, here we are, 2024 starts, election year. Now, funny enough, again, we were pumping before the election year. We started pumping, we started going higher. And then entering the election year, also, this was also the Bitcoin ETF approval here, right around this time here. Bitcoin ETF approval. We started also the election here. We started pumping. Now we are at the election day. So here you see it, guys. Now the likelihood of this to keep trending higher is very high. It's very likely that we just keep going higher from here. Just keep going higher, regardless of who wins. And this is what people are forgetting, right? Because today we have the news, right? Today is the hottest news. It's the hot news, right? People enjoy the news, the drama and all that, and the gossip and who's gonna win and who's gonna lose and all that stuff. They get caught into these daily emotional gossips, right? And that's what the markets want you to do. They want you to do that, exactly that. Now, do you remember back in, let's say this week here, do you remember German selling? Do you remember that, right? Do you remember the ETF? Do you remember the drama here? Literally, we forgot about it. The market moved on. We started doing our thing. And then once again, we had the market selling, bad news, stuff like that. Then now again, election day, right? So a few weeks from now, it's not going to matter anymore. And hopefully we get through this very soon, because we don't have much left to be worried about, and mostly retail and people that get caught into these gossips and into these political confrontations and who's gonna win and who's gonna lose and all that stuff. Right now, obviously we want, when it comes to crypto, we want Trump to win, right? Because that's what the market wants, right? For me personally, I don't care who wins, but the market wants Trump. So the retail, the normies want Trump to win. For them, that means crypto bull market. For the actual market, for the actual economy, it doesn't matter who wins. That's the most important. Now, who's likely to win? Now, today we're seeing this: Florida winning, Florida leading, Trump is leading in Florida. And the day is still going. We're still gonna have some volatility going on today, right? By the time maybe I upload this video, we're gonna see a Bitcoin going down, then up, then down, then up and down. It depends on this view of this news today. So people that are trading leverage, they're basically gonna get wrecked today. And that's all. That's what people really should avoid doing when we have those kind of days. Don't leverage trade, just keep it simple. Now, you know, on my channel, we just DCA our strong meme coins on spot, and we just hold those for the bull market, for the inevitable bull market that is coming. So one more thing why as well I do think now, which is the most important, why I do think we're heading towards a very big bull market. And this is something that now is forgotten, right? Or people are not looking into, which is the US Fed's cutting rates and the economy. And this here, the US national debt, right? Which is 35 trillion, almost 36 trillion, right? Growing daily by billions. And this is a ticking bomb for the economy. Now, this here means that the US or the Feds must cut rates so that the US government pays less for its debts. And this is a must. And this is what actually matters now. This is what matters. Usually when the US starts cutting rate, this is when we get the altcoin season. It starts pumping. We have a bull market. It always happens when that happens, right? And that's what stimulates the economy, and that's what pushes the prices up, not the elections, right? Now here today, I'm showing you the elections and what happens during the elections and after the elections, but usually what really matters here is the macro economy and what's happening in the economy. Now as well, we do have the halving events, and that as well tells us that we are gonna have a bull market. However, you see this Bitcoin halving, whenever it happens, we do have a bull market. Now usually the post halving year, which is next year 2025, this is where we do get the altcoin seasons, the thing that we're all waiting for our meme coins to start pumping, right? This is the thing that we're waiting for, and this is 2025. Now you can see here, very simple, very easy. After the halving, we do get a bull market. Now I see a lot of people trying to do TA recently on my Discord, trying to think of this as like, this is support, this is resistance, this is a new like double tops, and doing those kind of things. Now when it comes to high time frames, you don't want to do TA like that. When it comes to high time frames, we don't look at the support and resistance. We are gonna do a double top, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. It all comes down to actual fundamentals. That's what actually matters when it comes to high time frame. By that I mean the weekly, the monthly, what to expect in the next months, in the next year, how to prepare for that, because this is actually how people make money, by holding spot, by buying low and waiting for the bull market and selling hopefully around the high of the bull market. That's what actually matters. Day to day, up and down and stuff like that do not matter. What we really need to know, are we heading toward a bull market? Then if yes, then we want to DCA and allocate and hold spot bags till the moment we know that now we spent a long time now in a bull market, and the time has come to start DCAing out of the market. And it usually takes a long time after the halving year or after the election to actually see the top on Bitcoin, and the top on altcoins actually takes much longer. So once Bitcoin tops, actually we do have 3 months, even sometimes 6 months of altcoin season. So each time it takes around 500 days after the halving, where we do top 546, 525 previously. Now we're gonna put it at around 525, which is September 2025. That's when Bitcoin is supposedly should top. So as you see, if we do know these things, if we see this data and forget about what's happening today, what's the news today, what's the emotional today news, if we forget about it and just look at this thing here, everything is pointing towards a bull market coming. And the way to prepare for a bull market is simply to be allocated to the crypto space by holding spot back. That's the most important. So we're going to look into one last thing as well when it comes to our altcoin season and meme coin season before we wrap up this video. Now here we have crypto total market cap excluding BTC and ETH, right? So BTC and ETH are two kind of different cryptos when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is the king, or Bitcoin is the gold, and ETH is not anymore an altcoin, but ETH is ETH, right? It's a blockchain that is mainly used in the crypto space. Let's put it this way. And now if we exclude these two, we have something interesting. First off, what I want to show you is in the previous cycle, this is Bitcoin chart, by the way, at the bottom, and here is the total tree up top here. So when Bitcoin topped around 1.3 trillion, this is the market cap, and total tree topped around 1.13 trillion. So it's almost close, right? It's about 50-50. Now today we have Bitcoin sitting at 1.37 trillion, which is slightly above the previous all-time high of the previous bull market, but total tree is at 600 billion. Now some of it, now it should be a bit higher, but because today we have the coins that are included still in this chart are coins that rocked, or coins like Luna, or coins that did not perform well, and we do have now a lot of new coins that are not included here, including meme coins and stuff like that. So we're just gonna disregard that and just look at this how it is. Now this means there is some sort of a discrepancy here. We need this to be actually close to where Bitcoin is at, right? As you can see, it should be following somehow Bitcoin, but it's not now, because this is waiting for the Feds, right? It's waiting for the economy to start easing, to start cutting rates, the rates to get lower, and to actually for people to get richer and feel more confident with the economy and for the future of their jobs and stuff like that, to actually start looking into alternative investments like altcoins. And then this is gonna start moving higher, pricing it closer to where Bitcoin is at, and also this means Bitcoin dominance is gonna go down. Anyways, what really matters now is looking back in time. That's what matters and what happened here. So remember, Bitcoin is at the bottom and up top is crypto total tree excluding ETH and Bitcoin. So this is what it gets interesting, guys, and I want you to pay real close attention to this, because this is gonna be freaky. So we're gonna start with October. So October here, this is the total tree candle, October candle, monthly, right? The whole month. You can see that it was pretty much a sideways candle, we can say that, right? Pretty much like September red, then October green, but very much sideways. But Bitcoin, October was actually moving higher. You can see this one here. October actually, Bitcoin was moving higher, just like today. If we look at the monthly now on Bitcoin October is actually doing very good. Similar, right? Similar. Bitcoin October candle, pretty decent body, breaking above previous highs here, previous monthly highs. Now look at this now. This is gonna get interesting. So after that, we see November, which is now the beginning, where at the beginning of it, now the whole November candle back in 2020 was very bullish. Like Bitcoin actually started moving higher with strength, breaking out. Altcoins as well did something similar, but not as big of a move on altcoins here, right, on November. So now what this tells us is that we should start seeing altcoins moving, but not that high, not that big of a move, but they should start moving slowly higher. But this is where it gets interesting now, guys. December. So December is the most interesting. So December as well on Bitcoin, massive candle, massive candle. But you can see altcoins December, they mainly went sideways, some wicks to the downside, some wick to the upside, but the monthly candle ended up closing red. With the color doesn't really matter, but what this tells us is it was mostly a sideways move. Like the actual December candle was a sideways candle. Now a lot of people here back in the days were thinking that's it for altcoins, the same we see today. A lot of pain, people are crying, people are divorcing ETH and crying about their altcoins coins and shit is bad. Now, obviously, if you are on some strong meme coins and if you've been doing your thing, you're doing well. Now, especially with Breton 8 here, I'm going to touch on it very briefly here. It's been doing very good in holding strong in this market. Among the strongest meme coins now holding, and also meme coins are the strongest sector by far. So if you're overall in meme coins, you're pretty much outperforming everybody else on utility coins, especially those on AI grifts. But overall, the market sentiment today is not the greatest when it comes to altcoin. People are being manipulated by the news, let's say, as this word is the normies like to use it. Manipulation. They're manipulating the market. Oh my god, the chart is they're manipulating us. You are letting them manipulate you. Basically, that's what you're saying. If you're saying that somebody's manipulating the charts, that means you are being manipulated by the charts. You are being manipulated by the chart because of the news, basically. The news. But anyways, this was a sideways range. So what you can guess is, if you were not here back in the days, people started selling altcoins here, right? Because Bitcoin is moving and altcoins are not moving. That's why we had this kind of sideways move on altcoin. But little do you know the drill. Once you sell, it starts going higher. And that's what happens. So look at this move now. After that, when we zoom out, then we had actually finally the meme coin or altcoin season finally. And you can see now here. So this is the breakout month. Bitcoin broke out December. Altcoins did nothing. And then January with Bitcoin kind of went sideways, let's say, on this month. But then altcoins kind of did a bit better. Let's zoom this. Zoom on this, right? So you can see this is January. Bitcoin actually had a wick to the upside. Did not close a bullish candle, but altcoins did. Altcoins started moving and moving much stronger. So look at this candle here. This is the February candle. February candle on Bitcoin, not the greatest, right? Again, not the greatest. Closed between the low and the high of the month. Bitcoin closed in around the middle, but altcoins closed above the middle with a bigger candle. And here again, March on Bitcoin and altcoins, you can see the size of the candle here, bigger, more strength on alts. And most importantly here, this is the most important. Here is the outperformance by altcoins. This is what you really want to be looking at. So here we have April red on Bitcoin, but altcoins massive bullish Thor hammer green candle, monthly candle. Now you can see the difference. This is what we call the altcoin season, when altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. You can see it clear, very clear. Now even when Bitcoin had its wick down, and this was a very bad time back in the days, this was summer 2021. A lot of you remember this time. Altcoins as well kept running higher because we see this wick. We kept having a strong push with altcoins. Only later on we actually put in the low, and then again here the low, and the outperformance kept going into the pump again. When Bitcoin started showing strength, you can see the size of the candles, of the monthly candles here. August candle on altcoins was much stronger here because, as well, reminder, we had way more retail coming in. Retail were in here hungry. People that did not buy the dip, or people that came in late, they had a second chance. They bought in the dip and they started buying the pumps, and it was bigger than Bitcoin. And then it ended. But here is what's important. It's this month here. It's December, because December was where everybody started selling. End of the year, that's it, it's over, that's it. Like taxes, people are gonna start taking profits to pay taxes, and the news manipulate people into thinking that's it, it's over, right? That's the kind of news that comes out in December. Oh, it's the taxes. People are like big banks now, and hedge funds and whales are selling so that they can pay their taxes and all that stuff. And then January started pumping. January, everybody that sold in December, well, basically missed the bull market, literally. So this is it. Like you can see it in the chart. They actually missed the actual bull market. And this is what we're waiting for now. To come back here today, we have a massive outperformance. Bitcoin against total trio or altcoin. It's the same thing now, right? Maybe we're gonna have a bit more sideways, which is good news for those that still want to buy. Literally, there is not enough time going on. If you're busy now looking at the US elections and who's gonna win and who's gonna lose and oh my god, all that stuff, what you really need to be busy looking at is this now. Is this, because now we're starting, we have October breakout on Bitcoin, same thing like here. And now next month, which is November, now this month, November, we should start seeing altcoins moving up. And then December, a bit of sideways, which still you got a bit like, let's say 2 months of actually DCAing and buying up your bags and loading up before the actual bull market. That's what actually matters now. This is the actual thing that is hidden under the today's news, right? That's the actual thing. Anyways, so I hope this was helpful, guys. You can follow me on Twitter as well. I'll keep you updated there. You can join my Discord, link in the description. It's free to join. And thank you again for watching today's video till the end, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.